Okay, so what we're doing is we're attempting to mine data from a particular area from RPData. Okay, so what we're doing, from the home screen, we go to On the Market, Queensland. Then we select Local Authorities. This brings up the geographical areas. Currently, you've already done a few of these, so the one that we're looking for is Tingalpa, here. So click on that. For this particular search, we want houses, house duplex, house terrace, and land. And we also want to select published within the last...
Is and land, right?
Yes. And then published within the last 8 weeks, because we haven't done this data set before, so we want to go back a whole 8 weeks. We click submit.
Okay, 8 weeks. Alright.
It's okay, we'll go back through this again, so just as long as you follow on the screen, that's fine. And then we select, there's 195 contacts in total. Okay, so we want to go ownership details.
Ownership.
And print report.
Okay, print report. Okay, print report. There you go.
Okay, this brings up all the properties, including the phone number here, and here, and so on and so forth. So what we want to do is we want to check all tag records.
Okay.
And go down to the bottom. So while that's loading, I'll load up the Excel sheet that we'll be needing.
Okay.
Okay, so that's finished. So what we want to do is we want to export. Oh, it hasn't selected all the data. So we want to make sure that all these are selected. So
I'm sorry for cutting you in though.
Okay.
We select all of that option, right?
Yeah, what happened then is because they hadn't all loaded up, I'd select tag all records when they hadn't all loaded. So what I did, I just unchecked them and then checked them again so that they're all checked all the way to the bottom one, which you can see here. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, then we go export tag list.
Export tag list. Okay.
Alright, and header, you can select yes or no. It's not that important. We're quite familiar with the data that it does bring across. Order by postcode, that's fine. And to the homeowner, that's fine also, because we don't need those fields. So we go export report.
Okay.
And that should now start downloading. It only takes a moment. What I will do is load up your last data set, which is this one. Because that's the template that we'll be using.
Oh, I see. All right.
Okay, so we need this data across here. I'll add that into a new sheet. Get rid of these. Okay, so there are all the data fields that we need. What we also need, and this is just a new addition, which we'll also tell Vince about, is we also need, I'll put it somewhere handy like here, is property price.
Oh,
and I'll show you where to get that. It's on the data anyway. Okay, so now we need to import the data. So I'll go back to here. So the data is imported. So I'll go show in Finder, and this is the data here. It's under my name, and when you do yours, it'll be under your name as well.
Mm-hmm.
So what we need to do is change the name to suit the data set that we've just downloaded. Okay?
All right.
Now to do that is, this one was BCC Tingalpa.
Mm-hmm.
Tingalpa. Now I'm getting the information off here, see there?
Yeah.
Tingalpa, and then we go underscore H for house, underscore D for duplex, underscore T for terrace, underscore L for land. Then we also need the date that the data was obtained, which was the 1st of October 2010, so 011010. And then we also need the amount of fields, which was 195. Go.
Okay.
I've lost it. There it
Hey,
is.
it's okay.
Here it is. I found it. Showing binder.
All right. So.
I'll just get it again. It's disappeared. So it will download again here.
Mm-hmm. So regarding the templates, can you please send me the templates if you wouldn't mind?
Yeah, not a problem. So
Great.
again,
That's
so it's underscore 195, and it was also the last underscore last 8 weeks. So that's what the data's called.
Okay.
And you also, I'm not sure, depending on how your export works, when you export the data, you need it to be in a CSV file, and that stands for comma separated values. So to do that, if it is not already, just press .csv.
Okay, .csv.
And then just change it. You may not have to do that. Then we import that into Excel. Now, different methods of importing for different versions, so I won't go into all that now. So here we have all the data that it's brought across. Okay, can you see that?
Okay. Yeah, it's much faster, right?
Sorry?
It's everything there.
Everything's there.
Yeah.
So what you do now is we don't need the homeowner or these first 2 lines. So we'll just delete those. Okay. Now what we do need to do is we need to separate these postcodes and the state.
Okay.
Okay. So we don't need this column here because we've already got the street name over here. So we just delete that. Okay. We don't really need those as well. So let's get rid of those. They just confuse the situation. So what I'm going to do now is just make this one to say Queensland, because all these entries are all Queensland. They're all Queensland properties. So we know they're all Queensland. So I'm just going to autofill that whole column to Queensland. That's done. And now what I'm going to do is these first ones here, they're 4113 is the postcode. So I'm just going to go through, and because it's all sorted by postcode, so 4113, done. Now I'm going to go 4122 over here.
Okay.
And I'm going to go all the way down. This only takes a few moments. It says most of them are 4122.
Well, there are a lot of 4122.
Okay, there we go. Then it's 4123. Same again. Oh, 4123. 4156. And that's it. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to delete the Queensland and the postcode out of these fields. So to do that, we use the find function. Okay? So what I'm going to do is type in QLD space 4113. I'm going to type in replace all, okay? And just watch what happens. They all disappeared.
Yeah.
Except 2 for some reason. Let me just go back. Oh, that's right. Okay, sorry. Okay, now we do the same for
that you're using now.
4122. 4122. Sorry, and do the same, and they're all gone. So all that leaves remaining is the actual suburb, and we go down. We do that for all of them. 4, 5, 6, and that's it.
So, Alistair, what software are you using right now? I mean, this software that is really, very, what do I call this, accommodatable. It's really fast. Is this Excel or what?
It's a version of Excel. It's similar to Excel, but a bit different. I'll explain that a bit later. But I'll just finish this import just while we're doing that.
All right.
So we opened up here. So this is our sheet that we're going to be working on. So what I'll do is I need to select. I'll delete that first header column. So I don't need that anymore. So I'm going to select copy all of the property streets and put them in here. Okay. Now I'm going to go and get all the property suburbs and put them in the property suburb list. So I'm copying and pasting these. Okay. So copy. Now I'm doing the postcode, which is the state, and then the postcodes. And there's all the data.
I see. So basically, I'm going to what we call this process this first, and then later on process the same procedure that what I'm doing